All right, it looks like I am live in the wrong spot. Just maybe. Yeah, I am. Let me see if I can fix that. All right, people are pouring in. Let me actually see if I can go live at that other link. Can I do it? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah. So, you see, part of me doing this in the beginning stages is the fact that I screwed up a link. So, okay. So here's a new link. I'm going to send it out by email and I'll self destruct the old one. Um, Let me just send that on its way. And I so apologize to everybody for the confusion. It is, I guess, a growing pain of my own fault and doing. But hey, we're here. Um, and here we go. And make a button, URL, click here. And that's on its way. Sending now. So sorry about that, everybody. Let me destroy the old one so that. Okay. I apologize. I see I have 16 of you here. So sorry. Confusion is one of the 50 states, Sean. And I will have to tell you. I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back to the chat yesterday. I mean, obviously it was scrolling by too fast for me to review in real time. And YouTube just didn't process it in time. I even went back to YouTube and I said, where are the comments and what's taking so long for processing? They happen to have a YouTube wide processing elongated time or something like that. But I'm going to I do want to make sure that I get a copy of the chats before I proceed, because like I said, I want it to be something collaborative that we'll all do. So there's that. And no, you see, Robert, Look at this. Look at this. See, he said I'm going on MI6. I'm not. You see, I hate the cold. And these are my thermals that I wear each and every day in Brooklyn, New York, because we have not broken freezing for like 20 days. And I work in a warehouse. So yeah, I'm not in the heat too much, you could just say. Uh Also, actually under the thermals are my workout clothes because I realized the least amount of friction I have to go and work out, that's what I do. So we're here to learn. I love it. Um, we're doing it live is right. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So without further ado, we're here for a reason, right? Mr. Kiner sent out his newsletter. And yes, this weekend I am supposed to hit just around 50. Thank you very much. I'll give you this. I'll give you that. So yesterday was obviously January 6th, and I thought that I would open up yesterday's program with my thoughts on January 6th, and I'm pretty sure that it's that my recollection of January 6th is out there on my channel somewhere. But obviously, my channel is pretty. There was a pretty big break until I hit it back up with this. Um, so I thought I would open up with how January 6th turned out for me. I was at work running the warehouse, and I got some notification on my phone that people breached the Capitol or something like that. And no, let me back up. On the Saturday prior, my mother-in-law said that my sister-in-law was driving up from Florida or something like that. They maybe wanted to stop over in DC, but that week was January 6th, the January 6th, 2021. And she goes, yeah, she wants to stay clear of that. What it was, nobody knew at the time. January 6th happened. I was at work. I thought it was happening. And I got some notification on my phone that it was happening. And I'm like, what do you mean breach the Capitol? What did my mother-in-law like? Is that all true? And I turned it on and I couldn't believe my eyes. And I went back to work. I mean, work doesn't stop because people are invading the Capitol. And I got home and I was married maybe 4 or 5 months at the time. And I told my wife, and I came home, and as a principle, I never yell. I never yell at another adult, at least. Um, but I was yelling, and I was so upset. I go, "This is not us. This is not our leader. Uh, this is an impeachable offense." I mean, I grew up legally to see that it really wasn't so clear. Let me just cover myself there. It wasn't so clear. And I swore to myself I'll never vote for him again. I yeah. I couldn't bear it. Somebody who believes in nuance, critical thinking, and free speech. Yeah. The dread, Suan, is I've never felt it. I mean, I'm such a proud American. I have an American flag hung up where I work, and when we were building it out, I was thinking to myself, why would I bother? But I did. I put it up, and I'm like, we are American. Well, it was January 6th, 2026 yesterday, and Michael very nicely put on the program with Van der Veen, and I forget the other guy's name at the moment. And he went back and forth with TC, and he was saying how he can't believe that the Jan Sixers still believe that they're right. And I've come since January 6th, 2021, to think that It's beautiful. Hear me out. America, our free expression and free speech allows you to believe that the sun rises at night and sets in the morning. I think that's a good thing. I think the January Sixers should not have been pardoned in the way that they were. I do think the resources should have went into someone who smashes in the head of a cop should remain in prison. And I think the resources should have went into differentiating that person who was there and didn't even walk into the Capitol and was aggressively prosecuted, like Van der Veen said yesterday, should be pardoned. Now, that's where I come from on the January 6th end. But the insight into it's the beauty of our country that you could believe something as wrong, to hit on yesterday's conversation. Your truth that the sun sets in the morning and rises in the evening. I mean, it's a free country, right? That's how the saying goes. So that's what I had to say as far as that segment yesterday, as far for whatever Michael covered. Now, on the Iran topic, I was waiting to hear. I was waiting to hear what his audience had to offer on the Iran question. Why should the United States intervene militarily? I think it ended up 10% of his audience said that they should. But I mean, even myself, remember yesterday when I looked at the survey question, I thought, I read the survey question, should the U.S. intervene in Iran's civilian whatever militarily? And I'm like, why? I didn't say no first. I think I said why. So really, why? What do we get out of it? A regime change? So then less of a fight for a nuclear Middle East? I guess that's some coherent argument, right? You want regime change could be a more efficient way to lessen their security threat. Think with me here. This is something I just thought of off the cuff. Anyways, let's go into today. Are you at all empathetic toward the January 6th defendants who acted out of sincere belief they were defending the country? Am I empathetic towards the January 6th defendant? At all, I am. At all, I am. Because I have that much empathy for those who don't know better as far as being informed. They don't know, I mean, they don't know how to critically think, get news from diverse perspectives, and tune into channels like myself, Smerkanish. And they didn't know any better. That many people I have this much empathy for. So at all is, there's a bunch of lawyers on this call. We know how absolutes work. Are you at all empathetic? That's where I stand. I'm a little empathetic for a little bit of the people. Now, for the people who did know better, which I think are almost all of them, I have no empathy for them at all. Now, do I think that the people on January 6th did the right thing, even if they believed it? No. We don't believe in violence. We believe in elections. I mean, it was litigated ad nauseum. What more do you need? There's my vote, right? But let's see what he says about it later today. Okay, let's go through the headlines. And you know what? Let me just let me share this. Let's see how you guys like it. And do let me know in the comments what you think of me sharing the screen while I go through it. Let's do this. Right. Okay. Well, we'll go through it this way. Venezuelan opposition sideline. When Michael went over the when he went over Venezuelan president was willing to share the award just to get that recognition or something like that. My God. I mean, this guy is so centered around around just getting that Nobel and the award. Let me see how this works. Maybe that's a little better. And I think her name is Machado is just aiming to get back into Venezuela at all costs. Let's see. Let's see. Why is Greenland so important? I was wondering that yesterday. How in the world can we be entertaining a military takeover of Greenland? I mean, I think was it Stavridis who said it would be the end of NATO because Article 5 would be triggered against NATO? Somebody help me out here. They had a great point on Smokeinish yesterday when they said that. Um, better when zoomed in on the phone. All right, I got you. Hold on. So then let me restart the screen share. I'm gonna try to zoom in a lot better than it even was earlier. We'll do that. We'll do that. Here you go. For those of you on the phone, this should be a lot better. There we are. Cool. So for those of you on the phone, we're up to why is Greenland so important to Trump? I was thinking the same thing. And I was thinking, does it have oil resources? I'm not quite sure. I mean, it does say it's resource-rich Arctic territory, but Denmark being a part of NATO, I don't know how you do it. And Rubio was saying that there were financial purchases that were being considered or something like that. Let's see. The Ravens fire the head coach. I saw that made headlines. I guess why? Because it's mid-season. CIA spy, he dies. Not quite sure what he did. Have to inform myself on that one. Trump anticipates another impeachment. I keep on thinking about it. Do I think they're going to indict or impeach him again? I think they're so over that because they just got it handed to them after the last election. I do think they indicted him into office. They did. They indicted him into office. And anything else they do is just let him sail into the sunset. He's going to be an 82-year-old outgoing president, and what else are you going to do? Like you can't pick that back up. You can't. They went completely too far. Commemorative coins. The Mint begun circulating the first few. This is a quarter. Oh, that's cool. They're creating the commemorative coin, but not the penny. Are we going to open that penny discussion? Whatever. What happened to happy hour? Okay, younger workers drink less and companies cut back on social spending. Okay, so listen to this. So I like to think, I'm one of those kinds of people, right? Like my age would be happy hour age people. I liked the idea when I was I mean, I'm not that far out of college, but when I was in college, happy hour was like so cool for me to think of. I'm like, wow, I'm an adult. We could socialize. I can have a beer and I have time to let loose after work. Come on. And then I got into entrepreneurship, totally different ball game. Still, so few of my contemporaries drink, so few, and myself included. I'll get into this at a different time. Over the past year, I got into this whole fitness thing, and I drank virtually nothing. I drank maybe I could count on two hands how many times I've had a drink in the past year, just because of the fitness impacts of it. And I think that has to do with what happened to happy hour, as well as Michael's whole mingle kind of thing. So let's see what else. Yeah, so people drinking less, as well as people just going into their own silos. They just don't want to do that. Pentagon reviews women in combat. There's no reason for that. Put it this way: I remember in high school when Leon Panetta allowed women to serve at the front lines or something like that, and I thought to myself, why wouldn't they be? You have some big, strong women who can match that physical ability of the man, which I believe are different. Men and women are different. Let me say it again. Men and women are different. Mentally and physically, men and women are different. So when Leon Panetta announced when I was in high school that women can finally serve at the front line, and when he was an outgoing sec def, I think, uh, I thought to myself, yeah, why not? Why not? And I wonder what other limitations there are based on gender and sex in the army. I believe Michael took it up with Admiral Stavridis to see how it affects soldiers in the field, be it women on menstrual cycles or any other, I guess, woman related matter. Uh, pardon, not enough rioters. Pardon, not enough for many rioters. That just takes me to where I began. They want reparations. I mean, dude, you completely destroyed property of the United States government, and you did something in the most un-American way. How do you figure? How do you figure? Whoppers from January 6th site. The Trump White House launched the website claiming Democrats orchestrated the real insurrection. You know, something that pisses me off about this is that Trump claims that Pelosi refused the National Guard presence, and that it's the lies. It's the lies that there's no limit to what Trump will lie about, saying that Pelosi should have been responsible or something like that. I can't take that on. Crockett compares Trump to Maduro. There's no comparison there. There's just no comparison. Trump is not Maduro. Maduro is some crazy, non-respecting human rights who was unrestrained drug lord. I have too much to say about this. I'm not going to go into that. But what I will do now, I want to try out this feature that I've been, I guess, tantalizing. I want to see if anybody is on a desktop. You have to be on a desktop. I'm going to put in the chat the link to join the stream. And let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. I will be, yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll be engaging with the chat a little bit. And then if anyone would like to join, we have 5 minutes left until I got to go. But let's see how this goes with the chat. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Perfect. All right, let's see. Let's see where you guys were at. Oh, one more housekeeping thing while we wait for someone, if someone would like to show participate in the call. So I'm thinking of doing this. I'm going to start twice a week during the week. And as was covered before I got on, I am a Sephardic Jew. Saturdays are really important to me. They're important family time. So I wouldn't be able to get on, or I'm able to get on, but I wouldn't like to get on Saturdays. You can rest assured I will be watching Michael's 9 o'clock program. But I can't dedicate that time to stream. What I could do it on Sundays. On Sundays, I'm thinking we can just generally hang out. Maybe I'll put out like a pre-recorded video, and I'll hang out with you guys in the chat, and then I'll come on live after that pre-recorded video. That's something, because I mean, I have something to say. I want to put out my opinion on something like what I thought of the January 6th case, that it's beautiful to live in a country that allows you to think backwards and doesn't throw you behind bars or sanction you for thinking wrong. I have something to say about teaching critical thinking, like was covered yesterday. So I mean, that's ideas that I have. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll let you know about Friday. Just make sure you signed up for my email list, and we'll go from there. The email list could be found in the description below. If it's not there, it'll be there once I'm done recording. As far as, whoa, I got 5 people in here. Let's bring them on. Raise your hands and I will bring you on. Let's see it. We got 5 people in. I wonder who those 5 are. Hold on. You should be seeing something like raise your hand. Let's see how we bring you on here. Learning pains, guys. Learning pains. Ah, Bobo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bob.
Hey, Charles, can you hear me?
I can. Chat, can we hear and see Bob?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Let's have him react. So, what am I? Am I at least filling up somewhat of the void that was left by Michael not doing this?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. Thoughts on the news?
So I'm going to have to get off now. The headphones, I'm getting an echo. So there's some advice.
Got you. It's probably because it's simul streaming on YouTube as well. Jamal is next. Jamal is calling in. So I'll see you tomorrow. Next time, Bob. Sorry about that. Jamal.
It took a moment to get set up through all of that.
All right, cool.
I forget what
I'm going to cut you off. I think that's Corinne. We have an echo. Yes, I think Jamal may have to shut off his YouTube stream while he's on this stream.
I already did.
Oh yeah. All right, cool. So guys, let me know if you still have an echo. So no, I don't hear an echo. No.
All right. It might be my microphone set up. So I'll just shut up and let someone else jump in.
All right, but come on. But tell me before you go. This is so cool now.
This is awesome.
Right. Love it. Okay.
Yeah. And this is shall we say, reminiscent of the old Facebook Live days.
You used to bring people on the Facebook Live because I was there.
No, but he would interact with us more.
Ah, got it. Got it.
The very beginning, he would greet whoever was already there, and he would do his countdown until we have a quorum.
Yeah.
Once we got to 50, then he'd launch.
Gotcha.
But this is cool. I like it.
All right. Cool. So guys, we hit 8:30. See you next time. Just stay tuned to your emails.